Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I make this mini journal using all sort of scratch and things that you can find in your household. Basically, there's nothing that you need to buy. You can get the things from the ways, the packaging, also the ways that come into your household. Okay, so I make the cover. I always make the cover using cereal box. I find now the nut bars and also the small snacks packaging is perfect for mini journal. There's minimum cutting. The spine is all there, and I just need to cover with the fabric. And this one, I cover the front using a denim pants. Years ago, I was given a pair of denim pants. I don't wear denims, and I use this to do a lot of sasiko stitchings. But I find out the denim is a bit too hard for my finger, and I don't do anything that hurts my finger. That's my principle. So this has been sitting here for ages, and I don't know what to do, and I don't want to throw away. I always trying to save it from landfill. So I finally have an idea to use it. Years and years ago, I think when I'm like 12, 13, my dad one day bring me 10 full size of journal covered with the pockets of the diners. I don't know how they make it. I don't know whether it's a gift from someone to my dad's or whether he buy it from a shop, but I love it. I love to put the pens and all small pieces in the pockets, and that is really sturdy. It lasts forever. I use that to write, to draw, to do so many things, and I still miss that. And this one, I can say it's the same color as the one that I got years ago. So I think it might be good for the cover. Let's try. So I make this one. I tuck in the denims using glue, fiber glue, and then I cover it with paper. This is a piece of painting from, I think, yeah, the Prince of Wales, I think. And I still have a lot of stuff left. So I make even smaller cover like this. I cover with another piece of fabric, but I don't tuck in the edges. I just sew and trim with my pinking sheet. And I also do this really funny stuff. It's like a saw cover. I don't know whether you can hear that. It's actually a bubble wrap. I got the bubble wrap from Amazon, and I thought, it's a pity to just throw away, but I don't know what I should use. I don't know. I may use another packaging, but yeah, it's been sitting for a month. So I tried this idea. I don't know where I get that from. I just like in the middle of nowhere. I just want to do that. I glued it with glue stick. Any glue stick can do. Just temporarily hold that. I sewed it one side. I tried it different way. I tried it sewed it one side, glue the fabric and sewed it to the other side. But at the end, I just do it one stitches to bind it all. It's quite cute. I'm going to make a soft cover notebooks in the futures. Okay, enough of the denims. Yeah, let's have a look inside. So I generally I don't use pretty paper, those scrapbook papers, cardstock in the journal. I only use these pretty papers to cover the inside of the journal and make cards. But there's always leftover scraps from cutting, and I use that in the smaller journal. So this is a piece, and this is A4 copying paper, tea dye. I don't know whether it's a good tea dye, but yeah. And then a stamped corner. This is a piece from the magazine. I love magazine. I know a lot of people don't like the shyness of magazine image. They try to make it matte or get rid of the shyness, but I love it. I don't think there's anything wrong with the shyness. There may be look very modern, doesn't look vintage, but vintage is not my aim. I don't really try to achieve vintage. I just want something interesting and fun. So I keep a lot of magazine image. I think it looks good in the journals. Add more colors. I love colors. And just a bit of stamping. And another piece of magazine paper. And make a tab with fiber scrap. I have a lot of fiber scrap. And they are perfect to use as tabs. And this is a collage I made years ago. I love these penguins. He looks very hot under the sun, but he carry on, always carry on, never give up. I love that. The other side is also a collage. I'm not sure if you can see that. This all from different pieces. I love collage. I love to use that in a journal. Again, magazine paper. I like to back it with packaging paper. I got this quite a lot from Kmart and Amazon's package. I don't buy a lot from them, but once I got that, I use every pieces. They are sturdy, they looks nice, and they can be a writing spot. And of course, I love sewing. I love to sew this because I hate this, whatever glue that I use, it's not holding like 100%. That's why I love to sew around to hold it nice and tight. This is a butcher paper. It's quite thin, so I don't do anything on it, but it can be a writing spot. Magazine image. I love the animal. This corner is cut from a cookbook. I think it's an Italian cookbook. And a stamp and a little envelope. This gold piece. Oh, I love this. I love this gold piece. It's actually from my daughter's craft. She's 5 years old. She do a lot of craft in the preschool, and those I can't say rubbish, but I recycled all of her craft, and here's one of them. And again, magazine paper backing with wrapping paper. And this I use piece of it to cover some writing, I think. Butcher paper. This is a paper clip. I cut it from old children's book. I back it with a piece of circle paper in a little bit on the edge. I don't do a lot of inking, aging things. Yeah, again, vintage is not my goal. But I love to in on the edge, because this can be, yeah, it looks better, I think. Yeah, magazine image, and this is a collage as well, and collage. Yeah, it's sometimes I like to do some silly collage for the children, because I have a 5 years old, and a lot of children love this, and I make a lot of gifts for this kind of collage. Yeah, a piece of beautiful pictures from the book. Ruffle. I love the gold. I love the silver. Anything sparkling, I love it. Okay, a bit of stamping. A pumpkin, cut it from a cookbook. If you cut something from a book and at the back there's some writing, that's fine. You can easily cover with either paper from the magazine, you know, on the edge of the image. There's a lot of coloring, a beautiful papers like this. You can use that to cover the words if you want to get rid of that. And yeah, this just some notebooks that I picked up from a street library. You know, there's a lot of notebooks that people write on the first and second pages, and they never write it again. I think this is a waste. I always use that. I scatter in all of my journal, so there's something to write on, but not too much. People nowadays probably don't write that much as in old days, but it's good to have something to write on. This is a gift bag someone gave me. This is I think this is origami paper packaging that I got in the airline when I fly to Japan. My daughter say I steal it from her because she thought that is from her, but she don't use that anymore. I just recycled it. I tell her it's okay that I use your stuff, and it's okay you use my stuff as well. So yeah, we can share, and she's happy with that. Okay, another piece of notebook paper. This is I don't know whether it's collage, but I glue this piece. Is a carpet, and then I glue this. You know what? You know, the screening. I love this. Hilarious. There may be something crocodiles swimming here, or there may be really high. He's scared of height. I just love this. I like to add a little bit humorous. Okay, butcher paper. Yeah, another side that I cover the word. Between the binding, it can make the glued pieces peeled off or not holding flat. So I use tea bags to glue it. It can hold them absolutely flat, and it can add a bit of clarity. Okay, this is a paper that I make. I have a lot of fun making this. I cut, I cut a lot, and there's some trimming and stuff that I can use, and I just use a blender to blend it. The blender is not working really well, so it's not very fine, but that's fine. I think it creates a special texture, and I love to touch it. And there's a piece of grass that can add the character as well. And I try different way to make papers. I add a bit of coffee grounds, add a bit of colors. I even add a bit of yarn fabrics like this. Not very successful, but it's an experience. And this mainly from the packaging paper, that's why it look brown. It can be really thick like this, or very thin like this. And I use a flower kitchen sink sip to make it. It's very simple. And this is by far the most interesting pieces. And this little crate theme I create because I forgot about it. I left in the rain for 2 days. So a week later, and I found this. So cute, eh? Okay. Yeah, a bit of small cutting from magazine. You can add it to the pages. It will look fun. Okay. The other side is a pocket. This is a packaging. I think from diffuser. The packaging comes like that. Very, very sturdy, and I love this side. It look like timber. I save it. I even save the other small pieces that can be used as a corner pocket. And I also have some of cardstock from car making, and I hate to throw away, and it's too hard to make paper, and I don't want to put it in my compost bin, and so I cut it and make small, is it a tag or bookmark, whatever, and I do some stamp on it. Oh, pumpkins. It is very, very nice. And there's an image from a book. This is one of my drawing years ago, before I have my daughter. I think it's 7-8 years ago. I do a lot of painting and drawing. I'm pretty good at it. But since then I don't have time for it. But I start recycle all my painting and drawing, so it won't go to waste. And there's the tuck-in pages. Oh, how nice. And I love the image with color and texture. You know, sometimes nature's is the most beautiful place. If you go a bushwalk, you will see a lot of nature, tree branches, moss. There's a pattern in a sense. It's just beautiful. This is a simple collage. I just cut this little end and glue it on another pieces. I think this is non-related pictures, but I thought it's when I put them together and I make a collage, and it looks like a story. And you can make a story. You can, sometimes I like to do this kind of collage, and I show it to my daughter, and I ask her to make a story, and I make a story when we will discuss a story, and that's a lot of fun. This is another collage. I'm not sure if you can see that yet. This cut it from an image, and then I glue it on this picture frame. You know, sometimes collage is not as complicated as people thought. You can do very simple or small collage, as long as it makes sense to you, as long as you have fun with it. Okay. Another paper clip. Windows and doors, I love them. I always keep image like that. This is a collage, and I originally want to write something on it, because this make me think of my husband. Sometimes I ask him to do something, he just ignore and didn't listen, and or pretend that he forgot. So that's why I make this. Yeah, and this is a packaging from Amazon's. This kind of stuff is pretty random, and I love this paper with Australian, is it a nut? Gun nuts? Maybe gun nuts. I simply just staple it with a bit of paper. It can be a writing spot, it can be a shopping list, and or maybe like a 10 grateful things or 10 beautiful things I in my life, that kind of things. Another writing spot. This is fun. This is a fun image, and I just cut a piece of writing from a children's magazine, and I glued it down with a bit of inking. That's how my daughter called my husband, silly old daddy. A bit of stamping. The lesson I learned from stamping is you better stamp before you bind it to the book, to the cover. Because when you stamp on it, even you do it like that, it's not 100% flat. So the image come out with some spot that empty or not full colors. Yeah, another window. See, I have a lot of image of window and door. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.